Doctors are warning against a viral wellness trend called perineum sunning. They say it's not worth the risk of sun damage or even skin cancer.
First off, before we let The Daily Show do their thing, this is not a joke. This is really something people were doing for a period of time. I think it goes without saying, but clearly it doesn't. I wish it did. You don't have to put your vulva in the sun. It doesn't need the sun. Your vulva is just fine in the dark where it lives, and it's fine. There's no reason for this. Your vulva is not worrying about the fact that you haven't been to a tanning bed or, sat on a horse saddle that was a tanning bed for your vulva, or, put your legs in the air so that it could get a view with an umbrella drink. Not required. Please don't do that. In all seriousness, you can get skin cancer on your vulva. The most common cause of skin cancer on the vulva is not the sun, but if you start putting your vulva out in the sun all the time, it might be eventually. So just no reason.
Just a general rule, never try a trend that seems like it was invented by the guy next door with binoculars. And please do not try that at home. If you want to see a sunburnt ass...
Honestly, don't try it anywhere else either. If you're going to try it at home, but just don't try it at all.
...asshole, just watch the next presidential campaign. That's the last we'll see of him. Nailed his ass.
Doctors are warning against...
Oh, man. Wow. That was fun. What would skin cancer on the vulva come from if not the sun? This is an excellent question. Thank you for asking. Vulva skin cancer is most often caused by HPV virus. Just like cervical cancer, HPV is a virus that can infect the skin lying over the cervix and also the skin of the vagina and vulva and cause cellular changes that eventually become cancer. So you can get similar cervical changes. You can get vulva changes that are similar to the changes on the cervix, but generally present at a bit older age than cervical cancer, although it can be any age, and they can become cancerous. So the ways that you would notice that was happening is if you have had positive HPV on a smear, especially if you've had an abnormal smear that was high grade, then you're going to be at slightly higher risk unless you have cleared the virus completely. And you just want to keep an eye on any changes. Most of the time, skin cancer of the vulva is going to present as a little area that's really itchy, or maybe an ulcer that doesn't heal, just a sore that somebody notices and eventually pops up and just gets worse and worse. So I think that this is one reason that it's important to have self-awareness about what your body looks like, including the vulva, just so that you have an eye on things if anything has changed. It's not always easy to see, but most of the time it will have symptoms, and you should continue getting whatever cervical screening is recommended where you live, because that can, in some cases, also pick that up, especially if it's an HPV-caused skin abnormality. This is something that we not always, but often can prevent from becoming a widespread vulva cancer. There are other causes of vulvar cancer that are not as easy to prevent from becoming very serious. You can also get melanoma on the vulva in the vagina, but much less common. Wait, our cervix has a skin layer. So not really skin. It's a mucosal membrane covering. It's like your gums. The cervix and the gums are very similar in how they are made up as far as what the cellular makeup is. Definitely didn't know any of that. Well, I'm so happy you learned something new on the stream today. That is my goal with being here, is that we can learn something new sometimes.